got this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. If you're enjoying the series, drop a like on the video, that'd be awesome. Today, we're starting on the page of Emilio Stavru, a wonderfully named midfielder. I'm going to start sort of highlighting youth players and any guys you want to see. So if you're a county fan particularly, and there's any players you want me to show you at the start of a video, let me know and we can start them off. But I think it's a good way to highlight youth prospects without taking up too much time talking about them specifically, so you can kind of have a little gander while I do admin. You know how it be. Also, just wanted to quickly thank new patrons, Peter Davis and Bert Bertsenson, who upped his pledge. That's awesome, and thank you to everybody over there. That's incredible as well. And in addition to that, Alexander Watts is now sponsoring Riga Booty. He got in there first. So yeah, thank you for paying a bit of Booty's wages. You are responsible for each and every Booty banger. I'm including this comment purely because of the hashtag. Right way, wrong way, the Racker Wham way. Anyone who remembers that is truly from the OG days of this series. And by that I mean the rebuilding series in general. And now for something a little bit special. This is going to hopefully pervade for quite a while in this save, I'm suggesting. Corey Boccolosi is actually the son of a high-ranking Italian mafia boss employed by a currently unknown Serie A side. Who could it be? The family fled after the Calciopoli scandal threatened to uncover their involvement. All knowledge of Bercolosi's former life are now currently redacted, but more information might eventually be uncovered in the coming years, especially if Notts County eventually have to play any Italian teams. I very much look forward to how this story is going to develop. So, Joshua, feel free to keep me updated on the whole Boccolosi thing, because that one is interesting. He's not in Witsec, is he, by any chance? Because if he is, does he know a lad called Louis Molden? I'm just curious about that one. Yeah, let me know about that. Right, so I have actually made one more loan signing. The opportunity came up and I was like, you know what? For that money, we're going to do it. Because we just needed a little bit of extra squad depth. And at this point, why not? Let's have a bloody party. And I'm going to show you him now before we get into the actual matches so that it doesn't spoil it. And this is he. It's D'Amico Duhaney, who's coming on loan from Huddersfield. Now, we're only paying 10% of his wages. They were clearly desperate to get him off the books for a season. So we're paying 250 grand. Why do I always say that? 250 quid a week. I think this guy is an exceptionally good right back for us. His defensive stats aren't bad, in fairness, but what he really excels at is going forward. And to have another guy in there with Richard Brindley, I think is going to make a real big difference to have two excellent players on that right-hand side. So, D'Amico Duhaney, welcome to the club. It's just made us that little bit stronger. You can see he's played 2 times for us in the league, 2 substitute appearances. Hasn't been amazing just yet, but he's been learning the approach, learning the tactic, and I'm sure he'll be fine for us going through the season. So just one more little bit of icing on the cake for us this year, and I really do think this is like an insane season for us. Let's get into things. We've got Wrexham today. Next episode, I'm going to do a double live com so you guys can actually see a few more of the matches. I just wanted to get our legs stretched out a little bit to start the season off. But yeah, we'll definitely do a double live com next time. So, the biggest game of the season so far, we did manage to come up with it, but this was a weird one. Like, you can see from the stats in this match that this was definitely a game that we should be winning. They committed so many fouls, and that really was what was causing problems for them. They just kept committing fouls, and it kept allowing us to load the box with players, just caused chaos. I don't think the goals actually were, I think one of them was a free kick, but I think the other one was just the fact that Booty just put a delicious ball through for Wes Thomas, and voila. I mean, that's what you want from it. But we actually went behind for their first shot of the game from Sam Jones, but then we immediately turned things around. Boldevine with another goal. He's been excellent. Then Wes Thomas put us in front just before in first half stoppage time. Glorious. But then at the start of the second half, we conceded a free kick of our own. Having a real problem where I can literally see when a goal's about to happen, because they'll lump a ball in and they've got 4 players at the back post that aren't marked, and I don't know how to stop that now because I've got my entire thing set to man marking and they're just not going after them, and that is a little bit of a worry for me. So we did concede a goal there, but they were down to 10 men by this point after Ryan Fallowhill was sent off with a straight red. Mitch Rowe's penalty then put us back in front again on the 58th minute, and then the game just kind of went end to end after that. But thankfully we were able to get away with a 3-2 victory and continue our run. That made it 7 consecutive league victories. What a start. But unfortunately all good things must come to an end as we drew 1-1 at home to Chesterfield. It wasn't the best performance, I have to say. We still created a decent number of chances, and I'll show you this on the actual match stats screen so you can see what I mean. 2 clear cuts, 3 half chances. Definitely should have won the match. Take nothing away from that. But I did take a penalty from Mitch Rose to actually give us lead, and I thought, oh good, we're kind of set here. But unfortunately, a Matty Daly deflected strike, which was their first shot on target of the match, technically I suppose, ended up giving them the equaliser. They then did grab a late shot on target here, but it was a bit of a poor performance from us really. We couldn't take our chances and eventually finally dropped points for the first time. But still, unbeaten after 8 games, can't go wrong. And then came the response against Solihull Moors, struggling sort of down 16th in the league. We should be winning against them at home, and we did. Matt O'Reilly coming up amazingly nice. Ben Turner was superb on this one, by the way. He created 3 chances in this game, and I think the first one was his assist from Matt O'Reilly, where he hammered a shot in, it deflected into Matt O'Reilly's path, and there he was, just put it in the back of the net. But it was his assist and the goal for Boldevine that was absolutely sublime. This is why Boldevine, I think, could tear up this division if he carries on playing like this. I'll show you the goal in a minute. And then we also got a nice one back when Bars put the ball to the back post. Stephen Walker was there. He brought the ball down and fired it home to make it 3-0. But I want to show you Boldevine's goal. Like, the grand scheme of things, it's not a fantastic goal so much. Look at this, just thumped forward, but it's the touch and the way he just skins the defender. Lovely first touch, drives it out of his feet and just thunders it into the top corner. Like, what a player this lad is. And a great victory for us in the end. Oh, a little roll to go with it. Lovely stuff. Boldevine is just tearing things up. Some people said he can be very inconsistent. I don't think I've actually seen a bad game from him yet so far this season. If anything, it's actually Milne Bars that's been the one player that's a bit off the pace sometimes, but he was better today. And yeah, hopefully he can get into the game a little bit more. He just hasn't quite got the same kind of energy that Boldevine has, but I mean, look at him. He's amazing. And last but not least, we travelled away to second from bottom Maidenhead United, who were in a real state basically, and got a thoroughly deserved victory. 2 more goals for Enzio Boldevine and 2 for Wes Thomas in this one. Just completely killed them off again. Booty took a little bit of a backstep in this one, but he did still provide an assist from a corner, I think, from Wes Thomas in this one. We are really doing well in just setting ourselves up brilliantly. Assist for days. Boldevine also got an assist in this one. Bars got an assist. Just everybody playing a fantastic performance. Mitch Rose wasn't amazing in this one, but we are just tearing the league up at the moment, and it is delightful to see. They did score one in this game though. Bit of a frustrating situation, and they weren't even that bad considering they were struggling at the bottom of the league, but they just commit too many fouls and we just kept the ball away from them forever. And that leaves us like this. We are 6 points clear at the top of the National League, and we are looking very much comfortable. And I think I can say it right now that we are going to win this league. 6 points clear with 10 matches played. I mean, we've won all but 1, and that was against Chesterfield, who are a decent side up there. Wrexham have slipped off a tiny little bit, as have Harrogate Town a little bit. It looks like it's going to be, you know, they're kind of Barnet, and I think Hartlepool are going to be a pretty strong side in this division as well. Those seem to be the main teams. But when we actually look at some of the teams we've played this year, we've already played the bottom 5. So I think that maybe our position isn't entirely genuine. I mean, it is, obviously, but I think it might be a slightly false position. You know, we beat Dover, Maidenhead, Stockport, Woking and Solihull. We've also had Barrow and Halifax in there too. So we've literally played 7 of the bottom 8 teams in the league so far this season. So maybe there's a reason why we've been able to stretch our legs so much. That being said, we did win away at Harrogate Town. We drew with Chesterfield, and we did win away at Ebbsfleet United. So we've still got some good results in there from the other matches. Can't really go wrong with that. But, you know, it's 3-2 over Harrogate, 3-2 over Ebbsfleet, and 1-1 against Chesterfield. But if you can beat the teams down towards the bottom by such huge margins, we should still be doing all right. 9 in the league for Boldevine, 8 in the league for Wes Thomas, 7 assists for Regan Booty, and we are looking delightful. And Sean Shields has also left our loan spell, his loan spell with us, because he wasn't getting in the team. I'm not sure why we brought him in anyway, but yeah, he's gone now. Something else that I find a bit weird is I keep getting asked in the match in the interviews, because I do actually do the press conferences, they keep saying, why are you so stubborn to change your tactics? And I'm like, well, it could be because we're unbeaten in 10 and have won 9 of them, you mug. I mean, that could be one of the reasons. It's also terrific to see that the board are very disappointed with us only drawing 1-1 with Chesterfield. It's like, can you guys just not give me something here? We've won 9 out of 10, like, can you just pipe down for a bit? Working within wage budget, that's looking good. This is looking good. They're liking what we're doing so far, and that's the main thing. We don't know who we're going to be playing in that 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup just yet. There was a few like upsets though, which is nice because it means we might get a minnow. I just really want a minnow or two just to put them to bed, complete that objective, and then hopefully go on and win the league. That's, I think, if we can, you know, I would love to get to the 3rd round and get a really nice money tie. Maybe even get Forest. That would be dope. But it seems a little bit unlikely. So Wrexham, with a home team. That being said, the only time we have dropped points was at home, so there is that as an aspect of things. Injury risk is high on a lot of these players. Mitch Rose is just starting to drift away a little bit because he's more of a ball-winning midfielder. We really want box-to-box, but we're fine doing what we're doing right now. This might be the type of game, in fact, where maybe we could try O'Reilly there, Booty there, and bring him Doyle back in again. Particularly as there's less injury risk for him. Oh, wait, and McCrory's going to have to not start. No chance. Did he get an injury? Yeah, so Joe Muscat's going to have to start here, which isn't ideal, because he's, again, rating hasn't been great, and neither has Duhaney, so I think I'm going to start Brindley for today. Turner has definitely proved me wrong, though. At first, he was looking a little bit shaky, but he really has stepped things up and is definitely as good as Charlie Oliver at the moment, although Charlie Oliver really has worked hard. Goalkeeper rating, of course, is terrible because we're not conceding many shots, so he's not having anything to save. Going to do a proper refresh of the bench, though, because I haven't actually done this for a little while because I've been using the same players. We've not had many injuries. Definitely going to have, yeah. So we're going to go Bird, Duhaney, Rose, Walker, and McCrory. I'm a fan of Walker, but the fact is Thomas has actually started putting in the goals now for us after a bit of a shaky start, so I can't really be taking him out. It's just nice to have an option. So, it's a pretty deep team again. Route 1, that's fine, but they are a better team. We've got to give them credit for what they are, and they do have. Then again, there's going to be major issues here because there's nobody near their playmaker, but that's, I guess, not the end of the world if they're playing Route 1. Got to be careful. So since Redburn is the advanced playmaker, we are going to go after him and mark him up a little bit, particularly as they only have one striker. So I feel like I can probably just sit Doyle on him and he should be all right. But I must admit, there is something quite satisfying about the fact that we've got the team purring so damn quickly. Not scoring quite as many. Actually, they're fair. The only game that we've scored like less than 3 goals in was the Chesterfield game, I think. But it's not like we're going to do an unbeaten season or something. There is no way that we don't get any serious injuries. We've not had any injuries, basically, that have kept players out. I don't think at all so far. So we're basically operating on maximum strength right now and have been for this entire period. And all we can do is keep trying to do that. Like right now, we are currently 10 points above Wrexham and it would go to 13 points if we were to win the home game. And honestly, I feel like we should. We've got to win. We've essentially put ourselves in a position where we basically have to win every single game or are certainly expected to. We're going to give ourselves, hopefully, a bit of a cushion at some point this season if we carry on playing like this, to the point where we might not need to, but it would still be nice to. Brindley finds Boldivine, back to Brindley. Oh, goes straight round and a good save at that side. Oh, he fouled him anyway, I think. Oh, they've waved play on. Where's the goalkeeper? Oh, good God! Oh, God. Well, I mean, that seems a bit fishy, but luckily the Bass man comes up and scores. Yeah. Let's watch the 3D first before, you know what's coming. When I saw the goalkeeper walking towards his own defender, I thought, no, he's not gonna. Oh, yes, he is. I don't believe that. What's he doing here? He's walked. And then Milne Bars is in. And it's 1-0. Well, you know what time it is. Run the segment. What the f was that? Didn't think I'd be doing that 4 episodes into the save, in all honesty, but there we go. That is insanity. Wrexham? Sack your goalkeeper. He has quite literally gifted us a goal. I feel like there's some match fixing. I wonder if Corey Bukalosi's family have had anything to do with that, because that definitely looks suspicious as hell. If there's any betting that looks a bit off, then we know who to blame, Corey. But at the moment, it's still only 1-0. Like, it could just one little bit of genius from a Wrexham player, presumably not their goalkeeper, could change things. Thomas again, driving at them. He's cut. Oh, wow. He's going to have to pull us back for someone here. Goes for Bars. O'Reilly! Oh, what a strike that is from Matt O'Reilly. His 5th goal of the year. Milne Bars has been really decent tonight. Albeit, you know, he got gifted that first goal, but really nice work again here. Wes Thomas does a fantastic job of driving into the corner, holds the ball up and waits for Bars to just drift to the edge of the area. But it's a lovely little shuffle just to the side. And O'Reilly has absolutely pinged that. That is a booty banger, but not scored by him. My God. That should give us a really comfortable situation now, but can we kick on and keep getting more? Look at this. They're just backing off of Boldivine. And it's over the top for Thomas. Goes past one. He's not going to be able to score from there, is he? And he nearly did, you know. We can't lift off the gas just yet, but we've got this game completely where we want it. Set to go 6 points clear at the top of the league again. Harrogate really do look decent, though. And uh-oh, is that an injury to Muscat? I mean, McCrory's just lacking condition rather than actual fitness, as is Ben Turner. We might have to bring McCrory on for a little bit. Not ideal. Muscat's not had the best time of it so far at the club, but I still believe, like, people have told me that he's a really decent player. A couple of people in the comments had him on their saves and said he was decent. And Andrew, and a good save again. Doyle brings it down. Back out for Brindley again. Ball across, and Thomas is in there again, and that's too deep. Really good chance, though. Although he can pull it back for Bars. Booty to deliver one. This is his bread and butter situation. It's just wide by Oliver. Can he spread one into the channel? He's going to go alone. Oh, that's not good, is it? But we've won it back with Bars. Ball in, and Boldivine has just left it. I don't know. He's had everything on his plate ready for him to just gobble up today, and unfortunately, he's just not hungry. Bars, on the other hand, today has been absolutely goddamn ravenous. You won't see no Adkins diet for him. O'Reilly, back for Doyle. Oh, God, over the top for Stephen Walker. Can he finish? No, he can't. Hooper. Wrexham throwing everything at us in the dying seconds here, but it does look as though we're going to get away with it. I want the clean sheet for the lads. McCrory does well to pick that up, and that should see the match out. And there we go. Notts County 2, Wrexham 0. Comfortable, really, on the night. Milan Bar, okay, handed the first goal. And then O'Reilly with an absolute thunderbolt. Could have easily been very different, though, because we didn't create some really high-quality chances. Stephen Walker had that one in the second half. But, yeah, we're coming up clutch when we need to, and that's very important. O'Reilly, man of the match. Bars, excellent performance from him as well, from the Fisherman. Lovely old job. We seem fairly comfortable and willing to take on basically anyone who wants to give us a game of football at the moment. Like, because a lot of those records are pretty solid. Harrogate winning 8 out of 11 is a very, very good start to the season for them. Like, that is comfortable title-winning form. Like, they're on for well over a 100-point season if they carry on that form. However, we're just that little bit better than them at the moment. It's the goal difference where you really see that. We're not just winning games, we're winning games comfortably against decent sides occasionally, and albeit against the bottom sides. They've just asked me twice how good Luke Summerfield was today. I'm going to go ahead and say not at all, because they lost 2-0 and they did nothing. Next episode. Like, I want to do the FA Cup 4th qualifying round game, just because it could be against someone really cool. I feel like Bromley are better than Chorley, so I'd rather show you the Bromley game, because the Chorley one might not be that interesting. Eastleigh at home are a bit of a struggle. Yeovil a bit better, though, and Chorley are 16th. So, I don't know. Yeah, let's do the FA Cup random game and then a Bromley away. We'll do a double live com so you guys can actually see a little bit more of the football we're putting up. But regardless, I really hope you guys are enjoying the series, because I'm very much enjoying it. Now, I know, we're winning all the time at the moment, but to be honest, I've not really had this in the first season of a save quite to this level. We just seem to have found something that's worked with these players. We've got a very good squad. And I think the real work is going to start if we start to get some injuries. But we can really start to be planning some stuff for next season. And I can start maybe scouting some players in advance to take us up. But honestly, I feel like we could comfortably stay up in League 2 with the squad we've got. It's just going to be about hanging on to the players we've got, shifting out some of the dead wood, and really working towards some stuff. But what I'm more important to look at is the youth intake this year. We'll get the report in December, so in a couple of episodes' time, and then the actual youth intake, because I really want to start boosting some youth players through. So, the story continues with Bukalosi as well. Interesting thoughts on the Mafia connections there, particularly with that first goal that was scored in the game. Maybe they're the Welsh Mafia. Who knows? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like. That would be fantastic. No like targets. Just do it. Helps me push up the algorithm and gets more people's eyes on the channel. And if you're new and this is the first video of mine you've seen, subscribe. That'd be fantastic. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for some FA Cup goodness and then some more league stuff. I want to see how long we can keep the unbeaten run going, to be honest. It's going to be cool. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.